I get that opportunity. So registering not just for the awards, you registering for opportunities that will be that we will be having this summer. So
when is the award show taking place?
Not yet, Jazz.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not yet,
Too
Jazz.
early.
Yeah, just registration. We just trying to get the voting process down. So, just go ahead and register. T4TCMKE.com. If you got the hottest song, you think you artist of the year, you think you best collab, but it's just not music awards either. It's community awards. We got some youth leadership awards that we really trying to have some of the organizations around kind of highlight some of the youth and stuff like that, put their name on it, and just kind of rock out like that. Just really highlight everything that's been going on. Our vibes is positive. So
yes, I love the fact that you mentioned youth leadership, which is extremely important. And it's also something that we're tying to this segment, the Tapped In segment, real life experiences, merging the youth with adults who will put them in beneficial situations that can be very impactful for them and their families. So anything that you guys have going on pertaining to that, as far as youth leadership and just keeping them engaged and, out of trouble. It's always amazing. So I'm excited for you. Again, I'm grateful to have you on this show with me.
Yeah.
We've been rocking for a long time.
Long time. Shout out Drees too.
Yeah, shout out Drees and Shakes.
Yeah, Shakes, my boy.
We've hit the road many times to Atlanta, back in the day, pursuing our careers, which ultimately landed us where we are now. So again, I'm excited. I think it's amazing the work that you're doing. I can't wait to see how it impacts the youth and what comes up out of it. And excited.
I got a passion for that, so.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I think we all do to a certain extent. It's just really about giving them everything that, we didn't have coming up. And I think that's extremely important. You can either complain about the problem or you could be a part of the solution, and the things that you guys are doing is most definitely a part of the solution.
Sure.
Absolutely. So, first and foremost, again, thank you guys for joining us. We got to go to break real quick, pay some bills. Please do not touch that dial.
Tapped in.
The Brew Crew are back on June 2nd.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is gone!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they play the San Francisco Giants.
Got him swinging. Threw him a curveball. It's 11 Ks for Mizorowski.
Brewers baseball is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in June 2nd at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
On Thursday, May 28th, join Sharp for the 10th annual Unwrapped MKE from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based education programs serving thousands of urban elementary students in schools throughout Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Honest, direct, and always thought-provoking.
Even if the system don't make sense anymore. And that's the part we got to be honest about. Education is not a theory. It's not a title. It's not a category. It's a student, it's a teacher, it's a classroom, and there's learning. Everything, everybody else, including the superintendent herself, are secondary. Assistant superintendents, or whatever the heck you call them, deputy, chief of school, everybody, they are secondary if a child's not learning. The student is the number one thing there. So if we've reached the point where the only way to defend the system is to argue that keeping teachers out of a classroom is essential to education, then we're not just confused. We backwards. And when policy, practice, priorities, and money collide like that, There's only one word for all of this. Nonsensical.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. Weekdays from 4 to 6. Live on YouTube and broadcasting on 1017 The Truth.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
I got royalty inside my DNA. Cocaine quarter piece, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got hustle, though, ambition, flow inside my DNA. I was born like this, and born like this, immaculate conception. I transform like this, perform like this, wish out you a new weapon. I don't contemplate, I meditate, then off your head. This that put the kids to bed. This that I got realness, I just killed you cause it's in my DNA. I got millions, I got riches building in my DNA. I got dark, I got evil that rot inside my DNA. I got off, I got trouble, some heart inside my DNA. I just win again, then win again like Wimbledon I serve. Yeah, that's him again, the sound that engine in is like a bird. You see fireworks and Corvette tires skirt the boulevard. I know how you work, I know just who you are. See, use it. Your hormones probably switch inside your DNA. Problem is,
Welcome back, 101.7 The Truth. We are live and direct in the heart of downtown in the beautiful city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I am your host, Jazz Tyler. I got my homeboy, my favorite producer with me.
Yeah.
Digi Meech,
Hey, if
legend.
y'all ain't know, we matching.
Yeah, we are.
That
We
was
are
just,
matching.
That wasn't like planned or nothing, you know.
We are matching. This like the
For people
second
that's
day
watching.
too. Meech on the same timeline as me. Yes, indeed. Welcome back to the Tapped In segment. Again, I am your host, Jazz Tyler. Got my favorite producer with me, Digi Meech, in the building. We live and direct.
Yeah, so Jazz, tell the viewers about you. How you got started?
So I actually started in poetry. Second grade, Hartford Elementary. Shout out to Hartford. My parents were very known and had a lot of great relationships, and she was able to reach out to Miss Maddie Bell Woods, rest her soul, and she came down to Hartford and captured me on Milwaukee Courier as a young poet in the second grade. After that, I was introduced to music by my big cousin, Big Jazz. Everybody you can think of in hip hop, she played. And this is back when we had the Word Up posters on the walls. So I knew when I listened to the music that she would play, I knew that it was something I was attracted to. I just didn't know in what fashion. If I wanted to actually rap, I just know that and my mom buying me a tape player, boombox every Christmas, or a CD player, a Walkman, that it started a fire in me, and I haven't let it go since. 5th grade, I started basketball. Started playing basketball. I played at Hartford, Morris Middle School, and then Juneau High School until my sophomore year. In 7th grade, I met Sherrod Sloan's Pizzle, Okie, at Morris Middle School, and we formed a rap group called PTC. Platinum Made It Click. Yep. So we was rapping in 7th grade in somebody's basement, in Fame basement, with the mattress up against the closet door. Didn't even know what we was doing. We was just trying something. And the rest is history.
Yeah, so what led you to working with the youth?
I wanted to, I have children of my own, first and foremost. Shout out to my beautiful children, Keelan, Kennedy, and Callie. I was able and grateful enough to, not grateful enough, I'm sorry, I was able to to help raise my siblings. I'm the oldest of 4. So I've always had some form of authority, I guess, when it comes to teaching and helping youth. But I've always wanted to be for them what I didn't have. You know, I feel like it was extremely important, especially in the music industry, because we know that there's sharks. There's people that take advantage of the youth. And not only that, just sitting back and looking at the state of Milwaukee and how everything is always blamed on the youth.
Everything.
Even if they have nothing to do with it, even if they do have something to do with it. We never discuss the core issues. We never discuss how we got there. It's just always, you know, pointing the finger at them. And I did not want to be someone who sat back and complained all the time. I wanted to be a part of the solution. So I ended up working at some schools in MPS. I've done work in MAS as well. And then I remember in 2000, I think it was 2022, there was an incident downtown at the Pfizer Forum. It was a shooting after the Bucks game, the championship games. And instantly, everybody blamed the youth. And come to find out, the youth had absolutely nothing to do with it, right?
Grown folks.
Right. And I had a conversation with Mayor Johnson and was asking, you know, what was some of the plans that they had to make sure that the youth had something to do during the summertime. And he asked me what solutions or ideas that I have. And shout out to my brother Von Mays, because it really was his vision years back that was vaguely supported, as well as Ray Nitty. But, you know, he introduced the idea of the lock-in program.
Yeah, shout out Von.
Yeah, Von always, you know, come through, and I'm grateful to have worked with him and Ray. This will be our 4th year doing the lock-in programs during the summertime.
I think this year going to be big.
I think so too. I think it's a great feeling when I see some of the lock-in kids and they be like, they all grown now, you know, graduated. But when we started the lock-in program, shout out to Kevin Newell. He allowed us to utilize his space in Brown Deer in the Meadows. And we kept them from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. from June to August.
Like, how does it feel to see the kids later on that you helped that's been successful after the programs?
I don't even know if I have the words to describe it. It's amazing for sure. I don't necessarily, when I'm doing the work, I'm not thinking about that part of it, right? I'm just doing it. So when they come back to me and I see that what I've done impacted them, it makes me want to keep doing what I do, because it means that it actually counted. You know, even if it's just one person, it helped.
Yeah, most of the stuff that when I think about it, it just be like, because you go, sometimes you have second guess yourself throughout the whole process, and then to see a kid that come back to you like, man, that what you told me,
yes,
or what you did for me, that's what you say, like, it keeps you going.
Absolutely. I'm trying to be what I had. There is things that I didn't have, but I have to give credit to my mother, who is an incredible, strong woman. My auntie, Neo Neto, who passed away, and my teachers, Miss Harvey, Miss Caldwell, Miss Bolden, Miss Jacqueline. I had some very, very powerful Black women in my life in school who poured into me. They would come pick me up, take me to church, you know, put me in Miss Aziza Islam. She introduced me to acting in middle school, and she was my peer in K4. And I look back and think about the impact that they had on me, and I still talk to them to this day. So being able to do that for the youth in the community is simply amazing, you know?
Yeah, so, I mean, you still working with youth like every day now, too.
Absolutely.
With the Notes for Notes.
Yep. So during the day, I work at Howard Fuller High School. Shout out HFCA and shout out to all
you
of...
rolling with them for this
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Shout out to all of my students at HFCA. I have a lot of bonus children at the school. And shout out to Notes for Notes, Dave Fly Walker, Young Dev, who I started with as well, Casey and Nick. We have $1 million studio over there. And during the day, we teach the youth how to DJ, how to do podcasts, make beats, play instruments, record. And it's not just, doing something just to do it. We actually have some superstars. So I love the fact that I'm able to give back in a way where I can help them use their voice in an impactful way. Like there's one of our youth, shout out to Torian Do 7243. He's been through a lot of different challenges in life. And with me accepting this position, I've been able to help him transform his mind to the point where he now can make a record without cussing, without even thinking about it. He can make records that the average person would consider corny, not sound corny, right? Yeah. Not promoting drugs, not promoting pill popping and sipping lean and all of that stuff. And he's transitioning into a real artist, as well as, Melinda, Zakira, Jamarion. It's so many talented youth that I work with on a day-to-day basis, and I cannot wait for them to come up here and share their story.
That's part of the plan for this show, just to have everybody kind of just really included as far as youth and things that we got going on. Just really the pulse of the community, like you said, get the information from the streets. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's important because we hear so much about what they're doing in a negative stance. Mm-hmm. But to work with them on a day-to-day basis and have them create a safe space to where they can come in and tell me about issues that they're going through, not only at school, but in the home or outside of the home or just relationships, whatever it is. It's important because it helps me come back to the table and say, hey, Meech, hey, Ray, hey, Vaughn, this is the situations that's coming live and direct from the source. Mm-hmm. How do we find a solution, to help them?
And that's something we've been doing, like just with people that we know, like individuals that we know that's working with the youth. We've been able to piggyback off each other, send youth to each other, get information, get help, through people that got other lanes that they helping youth through. Like I'm doing music, you doing music, but Vaughn really able to touch them, like why they and the act of something in the street. So
so that part, being in different lanes and finding a way to merge the lanes together. So to your point, the music piece and then us working with Biko with the politics and merging the music and Vaughn being on site in the middle of emergency situation. When you have and build rapport with your community brothers and sisters like that, and everybody stays in their respective lanes, it's easier to not only get the youth to be receptive to what it is that we have to say, but we're able to attack the problems from multiple angles at one time. Exactly. And I feel like that solution has worked. And I don't, I'm not on the camera all the time prior to being on the radio, so I don't ever really get a chance to talk about the importance of that. But I do think that now is a time for the city to understand the seriousness of the work that goes in behind the scenes when it comes to people like Vaughn who put their lives on the line in the middle of an emergency on the scene, or us who are continuously just working with them on a day-to-day basis.
We don't have Vaughn on here.
Absolutely.
Vaughn got a lot of stuff to say.
Absolutely. But I most definitely just, wanted to highlight him because a lot of people don't understand. I could never wake up at 2 a.m. to go to a scene. I'm not built like that. I did that in my early 20s.
I tell Vaughn he's like a vigilante.
Yeah.
He's almost like Black Batman.
And, the Office of Violence Prevention and Office of Community and Wellness, the new name, and, the Karen Tylers and all of the organizations that's out there, the CICV workers putting in work behind scenes with the youth, man. Shout out to each and every one of you. Shout out to Homer Blow, too. He does the Homer Blow birthday bash every year. So
since I was little.
Yeah. So again, it's, if we all are on the same page and again, staying in our respective lanes and just merging it together, I truly believe we'll be able to continue to do the work.
Yeah. And we going to break in a minute. So, but we still want everybody to call. So we getting into that in a minute. 833-212-1017.
Tap in.
Let's tap in. We need everybody.
When your team needs custom gear, don't wing it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and More is your local partner for high-quality apparel with hands-on design help and services that actually feel, well, helpful. For your business, teams, or events, Big Frog makes it easy. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon today.
Ready to grow your business? Then connect with the City of Milwaukee at City Connect 2026, the city's 3rd annual vendor fair sponsored by BMO Harris Bank. Join local businesses, community partners, and city leaders Thursday, May 28th at Milwaukee City Hall from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Learn how to compete for city contracts, navigate the bid process, explore small business certifications, and build valuable connections through workshops and networking opportunities. Visit milwaukee.gov/vendor fair for details.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Want to save money on energy bills? With free tools from We Energies, you're in control. Manage your energy use with easy tips. Earn rebates on home upgrades, calculate your energy use, create savings goals, view and compare bills, and more. With We Energies, the energy info you need is at your fingertips. Save your way at WeEnergies.com/simple savings or download the app. We Energies. Simple steps, real savings.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Welcome back, 101.7 The Truth. I am your host, Jazz Tyler. Got my homeboy, my favorite producer, Digi Meech in the building. Meech, what it do?
What it do, Milwaukee?
You are now tapped in. Shout out again to all of our listeners. Shout out to the youth. I have some amazing students that I work with during the day. I'm excited about some of the things that we're working on. They're also a part of helping us come up with solutions. So as I mentioned earlier, during the day, I work with Notes for Notes at Howard Fuller High School. And one of the things that we're able to show and teach the youth is how to form topics on their own podcast, right? So some of the things we work on is them creating topics and conversations around solutions and things that they normally don't talk about because nobody never asks, right? So again, I'm super excited to get them up here and to hear about some of the things that they want to see us implement, not only on the Tap Dance show, but just throughout the city of Milwaukee.
Yeah. So I got a question for you though. So with the Notes for Notes, how does do you guys really tackle the psychological part of the music? Do you deal with mental health? Do it feel like it's really because when I'm in the studio, especially with youth, it's more like they're venting, more like therapy.
Yeah.
So do you get that?
Most definitely. That actually was when I interviewed for the position. That was a requirement from me that we're able to, because I understand the impact that music has on them psychologically. And I understand the impact that it has on us as adults as well. But teaching them how to articulate their feelings, not being impulsive by making just angry music all the time. I call it serial killer music, right? We don't promote serial killer music, right?
Exactly.
But teaching them how to first acknowledge their feelings, identify what it is, what they're feeling, sit in the emotions, and then express it, right? So it's a process. The way it's crazy because the way that they record now is even different. Like, I haven't used pen and paper. When I do make music, I haven't used pen and paper.
Everybody
since
got the Jay-Z
09.
method.
Yeah, like, and I literally had to. Me and Jade, shout out to my homegirl Jade, but when we was a group rapping, we was in the studio one day. There was no pen or paper, so I had to remember what I wrote, right? And when I started to do it, I noticed that what I felt, it became easier for me to rap it because I could feel it more. I'm not reading it off of paper. Now when they record, they punch every bar.
Yeah.
And it's the most tedious process, but also I try to explain to them the beauty in being able to, something as simple as rap a whole verse through, is the fact that you can feel the passion. You can feel exactly what you're saying.
They're gonna have to do it on stage anyway.
Exactly, right? But the mental part of it is getting them to listen to what they're saying at one time instead of bar by bar.
So we talking about the youth, but just to tackle like the older, like grown, just your regular artists, grown person artists, they treat it as therapy. Like, I'm getting more like I'm almost a music therapist in a minute.
It is. You know what's amazing? I have 2 cousins who are autistic, right? And there is a numerous amount of research that shows how music is therapy for autistic youth as well. I do have students who have certain disabilities also, so I do see firsthand, not only for the youth who don't, but for the youth who do, how music is therapy. Creating a space, first and foremost, a safe space where they feel like they can be vulnerable is what's most important. It's most important to me because I feel like not only do you get better music, but they're able to sit down and really acknowledge and think about what they're going through and challenge them to create a song in ways or beats in ways that is different from what they're used to doing. So shout out to everybody over there, B. Joe, Brandon Joseph, Dr. Fuller, everybody who plays a part in HFCA when it comes to creating a safe space for our youth to feel vulnerable enough to say, this is what I'm going through, right? I don't know how to articulate it. All I know how to do is fight. All I know how to do is curse because that's what my mama do. That's what my daddy do. That's what the music do. That's what the videos do. So being able to help them unlearn and relearn and put them in a safe space where they can be vulnerable and let their guards down is working. It's been amazing, and I want to continue to do it to see how many lives we truly can impact when we shift the environment and the energy in those environments.
Yeah. So I mean, just the influence of music in Milwaukee, it gets brought up a lot.
Yes.
I don't think it's influential that much. As far as like having fun, it's more dance and stuff like that. But as far as like, they're not telling the kids to go do something.
Yeah, that's true. They're not. I think, well, first and foremost, I want to say, as a former, well, I'm not a former artist, but
you're an artist right now.
as someone who used to be very active in music, I'm so proud just to see that we actually have a scene. That Milwaukee music scene, and it's starting as young as, high schoolers, that we actually have a scene, and there's so many more that's coming on the scene. We have our own sound. We don't sound like anyone else. So that's amazing. But being in the studio with those students every day, I can say firsthand that the music artists from Milwaukee has a huge impact. They listen to more Milwaukee artists than industry artists.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They listen to majority Milwaukee artists, which is why it's imperative that we continue to, be the bridge between the artists here and the youth. shout out to guys like Steve the Stoner and Big Frank. You know, when we call, they pull up and they come with a very important message, you know, and I think that's what the kids need the most.
Yeah, I talked to a teacher last week. We got the call to do this, and she was like, "Bring somebody up here."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Who y'all want me to bring?" They screaming in the background, "Big Frank, Big Frank, Big Frank!" So,
yes, we just had Munch up there last week, and I think the dope part about that experience was the first thing he said was, "Can I do something with him?" I was like, "Absolutely." You know, because they
don't want to miss out on the opportunity.
Yeah. But, you know, some artists can come in with, you know, a certain arrogance, and these are youth, and youth don't have filters. So, you know, but he came in being willing and wanting to, right, which is rare. So I think, again, just continuing to build that bridge between the artists in the city and the youth, and showing them that nothing is impossible, really. Like, I grew up on 14th and Burleigh, you know, so back, and I'm an 80s baby.
41st.
So back then, you know, the only thing I had was my dreams. My dreams is the only thing that kept me alive. If I didn't have my dreams, I don't know where I would be. So now it's about showing the youth that, you know, putting them in front of people that they feel like they can't touch, to show them that nothing is impossible.
That's a good it's a good way to go into this next segment with the calls tapped in. Like, tell us your dreams.
Yeah, exactly.
What was your dreams? Is your dream still going? Stuff like that. So, but let me explain the tapped in segment that we trying to bring to the truth. We want to kind of like hear from all walks of life, mostly youth, because we want to have their voices be highlighted on this show. We're gonna be kind of moving quickly with that, you know, so it's like call in. We want to do high school check-ins. We want to know what side of town you from, where you calling from, what school you repping, all of that. You know, who your favorite artist, what Milwaukee got going on today, like right now, what's going on right now. So, you know, call the number 833-212-1017. Let us know what your dreams are.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Tap in with us. We are here. This is your platform. We want to hear from you. We want to encourage you and shout you out. So, again, we are headed to break to pay some bills. Do not go anywhere. It's your girl Jazz Tyler and Digi Meech, 101.7 The Truth.
Milwaukee business owners, this is your moment. Every Friday at 8 a.m., call in to 101.7 The Truth for What the Business Is. Tell us what your business is, where you're located, and one thing you've learned along the way. What the Business is powered by We Energies, delivering the energy that powers local business. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality healthcare and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
Don't miss one of Milwaukee's favorite summer traditions, the U-Path Ride for Arts, presented by Miller Lite, returns Sunday, May 31st. Ride a fully closed 20-mile course across the Hone Bridge with incredible lakefront views. Kids 12 and under ride free thanks to the Brewers Community Foundation. All in support of Southeastern Wisconsin Performing Arts. 7 a.m. start, finish at U-Path Fest on Summerfest grounds. Register today at upathride.org. That's UPAFRIDE.org.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
.107 The Truth is tapped in with Jazz Tyler.
Yes, indeed. We live and direct.
We getting calls, Z? That's all good.
Live and direct American Family Insurance studio in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. Man, it feel good to be back at the crib. It feel
Where was you at?
Arizona, Virginia.
On the plane, basically.
On the plane. No place.
Jazz on the plane.
No place like home. I want to shout out, this week we got a lot of high
Graduation
school.
week.
Yeah, it's graduation week, man. Shout out to all the seniors. Shout out to all of the our future, all of the youth who were able to get scholarships and attend some universities that they wanted to go to. Shout out to my baby girl, my oldest daughter, Kennedy. She was accepted to 20 universities and got a full ride. She'll be playing basketball at Mount Mary College, Mount Mary University this fall. So I want to give kudos to her and just kudos to all of the youth who have reached this milestone. We know that a lot of them face so many challenges. A lot of us didn't get the opportunity, to go to college. Some of us did. So to see the work that they're putting in while facing the things that they face on a daily basis is amazing.
Yeah, I got a few graduates. Went to a couple parties recently. Got a few coming up. Just want to highlight my niece, Harmony Pate, and my nephew, BJ. Harmony's graduated from Milwaukee Lutheran. BJ graduating from I think it's somewhere else. There's so many schools. I don't even.
Shout out.
BJ. Greenfield.
Greenfield. Shout out to them. And I do want to send my love to Butter, who is the mother of Azaria. Azaria is a young lady who passed away in a car accident a couple of weeks ago. She actually was the first friend my daughter ever had in elementary in K4. And she was set to graduate and go to college. So I want to send a huge shout out to them and everyone who supported her and showed her love too. And, may she rest peacefully. Yeah. Beautiful young lady.
Let's highlight our kids real quick. How many you got?
I have 3 children. I know I look like, black don't crack. But I have a 19-year-old son. Shout out to Millie. That's my baby, my one and only son. Shout out to my oldest daughter, Kennedy, and my baby girl, Callie Rain. Yeah. She is the Michael Jackson of the family. Right. She crochets. She a fashion designer, a gymnast, all of the above.
Yeah, sound like my daughter. I got 4. So
okay.
I got one daughter, 3 boys. Yeah, Samaya. She's the oldest. She's 19. She at Notre Dame. I don't even know how to even. I'm still processing that. She just did her first year.
Yeah,
so
that's
she was
the man. Shout out to her.
Yeah, she's at Notre Dame on a marching band.
Yes.
I don't even know how to really congratulate.
It's in her blood.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, she got so much stuff going on. She draws and everything. So then my son's 9. Tyler, Papa, and Dada. That's what I call her. They know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Your 9-year-old so adorable.
Yeah. Look just like me.
Yeah. I take pride in being a mother, for real. To see that other humans can come from you and what your parenting skills is like is amazing.
Nowadays, fatherhood is like you gotta be you almost the mother nowadays.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
You know? We'll get into that nowadays. Fathers stepped up a lot. Give y'all kudos.
Yeah, and just, I mean, outside of, having biological children, I like to refer to the youth that I work with as my community children, because it's important. What they say, it takes a village, right?
Yeah.
Part of, you asked earlier, how did I start or why did I start as well? I am the community. I come from the community. My grandparents were the first Black family on 14th of Burleigh in 1959. And my grandmother was a seamstress, so she made the curtains for the Riverside theaters and stuff like that. My grandfather was in the war, and he was a chef. And the families that moved over there, the Hawthorns, rest peacefully to my Uncle Mike Hawthorne, and the Williams, so many people that moved in that neighborhood. The Shea G, the Ways, we grew up right across the street 4 generations in. Everybody raised everybody. You can walk down the street. If you get in trouble, you bound to get, checked by one of the elders.
I mean, that was back then too, so it was just more so like that's how it was.
Yeah, that's how it was.
You have to respect your elders.
That's how it. We have to make it now as well. That's part of why I work with the youth. That's part of why we're doing the Tapped In show, why we're doing the events and things of that nature, so that we can begin to bring that community feel back where the youth feel safe with adults and are respectful, and the adults don't have to worry about the parents lashing back at them because they're trying to correct their child.
Let's bring respect back.
Let's bring respect back. And I wanna put something out there, because I think that a lot of the youth that we see, especially when we're out and about, we prejudge them a lot, and a lot of the young men that walk around in 100-degree weather with the mask and stuff and hoodies on, they are some of the most gentlest, sweetest, youth. Is really a defense mechanism.
Yeah, and if they want to call, see, we still accepted calls, 833-212-1017. Please call. We waiting to hear from somebody.
Tap in with us. We want to see what it is that we can do, to assist you all, and we want you to understand that you guys have a voice. I know it's something new, it's something different, but again, we are here to lift you all up. Not just the youth, parents, community, members and leaders. Tap in. Let us know what's on your mind, what's some of the things that you have going on. I want to give a shout out to Bobany Tatum at Rise and Grind. Bobany actually came to our youth industry mixer a couple of weeks back, as well as Dr. Biko Baker, and she agreed to allow us to utilize her space to host events for the youth. They can come perform, they can come do open mics, awesome. Sell tickets at the door and stuff like that. So huge shout out to her. I know we're in a time where some people are afraid of the youth, and a lot of people don't want to have anything to do with them. So for someone to step out and say, hey, I got the space, you guys come rock out with us and let these kids be them, I think it's amazing. So shout out to Bobany Tatum and Rise and Grind Cafe. We're going to be hosting some youth events there this summer in the heart of Brownsville. And huge shout out to Alderwoman Cox too. She reached out and we had a good conversation about Brownsville, and she's going to allow some of the students from Notes for Notes to perform at the Brownsville Festival.
Down there, it looks so different.
Yeah. What? Brownsville is popping.
I felt like I was in somewhere called Brownsville.
Brownsville is popping. It is truly the arts district. I think that what she's doing is incredible. The vision behind providing a space for arts for our youth, just our people in general, Black people.
Got out the car and walked around.
No, I did. So last summer when I came to visit, I didn't even, drive or nothing. I was just kicking it in Brownsville for a day.
That's how
had a
it
ball.
feels when you actually ride down there. Like, it feels like, I need to get out the car and ride around. That's how I feel.
Yes, indeed.
It feels good to be down there.
Yes, indeed. So we got a caller on the line.
Well, we got our first caller.
Yes, indeed. Amir, Caller, you are on air.
Hey, peace and blessings, family. It's Amir.
Peace and blessings, Amir. How are you?
I'm cool, and just want to really congratulate you and Meech on this very important venture that y'all on right now. I think it's real dope. I think it's real important, and I'm looking forward to listening to y'all. You know, usually I'll listen to talk radio at this time, but y'all is on here, and it's something that I'm looking forward to listening to. Getting some real community on that in that space. That's really tapped in, boots on the ground type stuff that has relationships in the community with the people.
Yeah, you the boots on the ground though.
Yes,
Amir.
indeed.
You know.
Hey, no, I mean like boots on the ground, meaning connecting in the community in a real way, not just with the suits and ties, but the people that's really struggling and going through it.
Well, go ahead, get the listeners.
That's what I mean, is boots on the ground.
Yeah, go ahead, get the listeners a taste of what you do, who you are.
Oh, I'm an outreach specialist with 404 Life right now, and we work in the community in the hospitals. It's a hospital-based gun violence prevention organization, so we work with a lot of victims of gun violence in the city. Hospital team in the hospital, working with them in real time while they, in the hospital going through what they're going through, and we're able to connect with them and build relationships with them in that space. And also offering resources after being injured by gun violence.
Yeah.
So it's a real intentional space that we in when we able to connect with people when they're at their lowest point. Being a victim of gun violence and shot.
Yeah. So
it's a space that we need to be in, and I think it's a space that's so impactful that it's more than just the boots on the ground.
Absolutely.
We have to, at the same time, deal with these people in the hospital.
Yeah.
And we have a mentor program as well. Where
I was
we
just going to
offer
say, just
mentorship
talk
to
about that real quick. I see you got the kids in the barber program.
Yeah, so we got a barbering program through our Life Launch Lab where we teach basic life skills, barbering and conflict resolution skills, also a component of CBT and cultural awareness. In that area too, because sometimes they feel disconnected. Sometimes our young people feel disconnected, and the only thing they connect to is shared pain.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thanks for calling, man.
Thank you so much, Amir. Hold that thought 1 second. We're gonna hop back on and talk to you a little bit more. We're about to go into break. Do not touch that dial. You are live and direct with Jazz Tyler and Digi Meech on 101.7 The Truth.
What's the word, Milwaukee? It's your favorite producer, Meech. Don't just check in. Tap in with Jazz Tyler.
We are live and direct Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. And I am your host, Jazz Tyler. This platform is for the youth, the voices of the city. We are here to remind the world that your voice matters. Hit us up, tap in, and let us know what's on your mind because the time is now. Tap in.
The Brew Crew are back on June 2nd.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is gone!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they play the San Francisco Giants.
Got him swinging. Threw him a curveball. It's 11 Ks for Mizorowski.
Brewers baseball is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in June 2nd at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
When your team needs custom gear, don't wing it. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more is your local partner for high-quality apparel with hands-on design help and services that actually feel, well, helpful. For your business, teams, or events, Big Frog makes it easy. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon today.
Join the movement. Listen to The Tori Lowe Show on 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, the locally owned Good Karma brand station.
We are live and direct at the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, 101.7 The Truth. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. I am here with my favorite producer, Digi Meech.
How you doing?
I feel
First
good,
hour
Meech.
down.
First hour down. We on a roll. we on a roll.
We really kick it up a notch, though.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So before we went to break, we had the opportunity to speak to Amir.
That 414 Life, yeah.
414 Life. Amir, you there?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, indeed. So, Amir,
Yes, fam.
Yes, fam. I rock with that. First and foremost, I want to send a huge shout out to you because you have been a part of some of the things that we've done with the youth as far as like the lock-ins. You know, you came through, did some free haircuts for us, stayed all night, you know, mentored some youth, stepped in whenever needed, which is extremely important. And we're also excited to have you on the show coming up this Thursday to talk about, you know, more in depth what it is that you have going on. But I wanted to make sure that I did, you know, shout you out and give you your flowers because I have seen firsthand how important the youth is to you. And how you jump in full-fledged boots on the ground to be of assistance.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. It ain't even. It's really more about our young people, kind of redirecting them and giving them a different avenue of what conflict look like, and to show and let them know that they value, they are important. Their voice it matters in every space. And they the future, really. I mean, they really gonna shape and make this city move. So it's either get with them or get gone. So I'd rather be with them.
Yeah, I'm with them.
That's right. I say all the time, you know, it's all fun and games until they become the ones who run the world, you know. And when it's their time to run the world, we're going to be old. So we might as well be a part of the solution so that we can, you know, all live peacefully.
Absolutely, and bring some dignity back to culture. Bring some culture back to the city as far as our young people go, because we get a small subculture that's not culture, and they make it culture. You know what I'm saying? Like the totality of culture ain't just a subculture.
Right.
So, to give them some more understanding on, like, really creating what culture look like in Milwaukee in a positive way is what I envision when I'm working with some of the young people in the community. Like, giving them, like, some real history, not just brief, but history to why our city is the way it is, why our community is the way it is, and to think. You know, you don't have to fight your way out of situation. You can think your way out of situations too.
Absolutely.
So I think that's vitally important. You know, we can do all the pop-ups, we can do all the good things that look good, but you know, when it get down to it, we really gotta transform some thinking around violence and conflict in the community, because we can give all of this stuff, but if we ain't challenging the way we think about conflict and violence, we just doing a disservice at that point.
That's right. I agree. Well, thank you so much, Amir. I'm excited to have you on this Thursday. Thank you for calling in, tapping in with us. Keep doing what you're doing is needed. However we can be of support, you know, please let us know. And again, thank you so much just for being a beacon of light to our youth is needed.
Yes, ma'am. Thank y'all. I love what I can see the vision what y'all finna create with this right here, and I love it. I'm all here for it. And
Yeah, Amir, we talk about a lot. You know what's going on.
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
if there's any way I can be helpful, let me know. I'm there.
How can ones get involved with what you have going on? You know, your social media platform, website. Plug yourself. Tap in.
I mean, you can follow 414 Life. We got all our social medias on there. You can follow me, Amir versus Sean on Instagram. You can follow the movement on Facebook, Instagram, all of that stuff through 414 Life. You can follow me on Instagram at the same time. All the upcoming events that we got going on.
So y'all might pop at the door. Y'all be in the neighborhood.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so it's easy, accessible. If you got some young people that really need some mentorship, we there for you. You can connect on the social media, or you can give me a direct call at 414-865-5789. That's my work number. So yeah, if they really want the young people to get tapped in with some different workshops and mentorship, it's 414-865-5789. They can definitely get involved for sure.
It don't get no realer than that. Thank you so much, Amir. Y'all heard the man. Y'all can tap in. And so many resources. Shout out to 414 Life and all the work that they are doing continuously throughout the city of Milwaukee. Speaking of special guests, we got some amazing people coming up this week and next week. Friday, we got Do 7243 Torian G, who is about to graduate this Saturday. He's one of the youth that I work with at Dr. Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy, and I'm excited to bring him on. And we're also going to bring on with him young Major. Major is a very prominent artist who be low-key nowadays, but he played a huge part in my career as well. Shout out to Major.
Major had a hit back then.
She Miss Perfect.
Hey, she perfect.
Listen, he come down to Notes for Notes once every other week, and he works with the youth on writing, showing them how to write. He like the hook master, right? But stuff like that, that's amazing. And now we've all, teamed up together, me, him, and Dev, to work with some of the youth. And then we also have some of the Howard Fuller High School students who want to come. Some other artists that we work with is just some youth who stop in the studio. They don't have my class, but they still stop in, who are doing some amazing things as well. And then next week on June 3rd, we will have my dearest sister, Setchua Set Shakur, who is the biological sister of Tupac Shakur, daughter of two freedom fighters, Afeni Shakur and Dr. Mutulu Shakur. She's currently the president of the Tupac Amaru Shakur Foundation, in which I am a board member on. And we do a lot of work in Milwaukee that a lot of people don't know about, when it comes to the detention facility, when it comes to the mental health piece, and when it comes to the arts. So it's going to be an honor to have her join us to talk about some of the efforts that we're doing and how we're able to utilize our platform and resources to give back as well.
For the meal too.
Absolutely, man. She's such a beautiful soul. I'm grateful to know her and just to be a part of the, affiliated with the Shakur family in general. And rest in peace. Y'all know I love Tupac, man. He's one of the, obviously they give him his flowers, but I think not in a way that they should. It's always about music, but not necessarily about the passion. And we forget how young he was when he was doing it. So, big up to the whole entire Shakur family. While we're on the topic of youth, let me ask you something, Meech. Who is at fault? Who is at fault for the state of our city, the state and the well-being of our youth? The fact that they are so numb and so accustomed to their peers dying and, the reckless behavior and everything that everybody complained about. Who's at fault? Is it us? Is it them? Is it the parents, the music? What's really going on? Social media.
We can say social media. I don't think it's not one individual. It's a collective, and the collectives be on social media. they post the music on social media. You could say the music is part of the influence, but we listen to just as ratchet music as they did. You
Absolutely.
know, I mean, I didn't know what I Got 5 on it mean, but I was sure singing it.
And we were singing Boosie and Webby every day.
Yeah, so everything reoccurs through generations. So most of the stuff that you see that's just constantly happening, I don't think that's the problem. I think the one thing that we could kind of pinpoint that wasn't around was social media.
That's a fact. And we want to hear from you guys, too. What do you think, or who do you think is at fault for the state of our youth? Call us now, 833-212-1017. That's 833-212-1017. But to your point, you know, I remember when Facebook came out, it was just for college students at first.
Yeah.
YouTube came out, you know, right after that. And it's funny, I talk about it often to my students. When I did music, I stopped when social media came out, when it, you know, Twitter and Instagram was created. But I do agree. I think that social media, I think it's a combination of multiple things.
Yeah.
Social media for sure, because one of the issues with that is a lot of youth see the end result.
Yeah.
They don't see how somebody got to become super successful. They only see the end result. They don't know how to put the work in. They don't even know what it looks like. And then you have, I'm guilty of it. You have parents like us who coddle our children a lot because we don't want them to go through what we went through, right? And as a result, they grow up
Not knowing how to get on the bus.
Not knowing directions, how to get on a bus.
Everybody use GPS.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, I don't know how they do that. They just GPS everything.
All
Down
the
the street,
time.
you GPSing. It's crazy.
All the, like, we used to catch the bus everywhere.
You had to.
We was walking too, you know? Hey, meet me on the corner at this time. You know, I'm going to meet you on the bus
thing we
stop.
had to an Uber was a cab.
Exactly, the yellow coupe cab.
I mean,
Yeah, but it is it is a multitude of things in regards to why they are the way that they are. We have a caller on the line. Caller, are you there?
Oh, I am so here. How you doing, Jazz?
I'm doing good.
How you doing?
What's going on, my good brother Hank?
You already know. I had to call and tap in, man. Y'all are talking. Y'all got the youth popping right now.
Absolutely. So Hank is he's a good friend, but also a coworker of mine at HFCA. So he sees firsthand as well what's going on with the youth. So Hank, tell us, you know, what from your experience, what do you feel, or who do you feel like is the issue when it comes to the state that our youth is in?
I wouldn't put it on just one person or a thing. Well, communication. I just heard you guys talk about social media a little bit, but like you just alluded to, it's a culmination of a couple things too. Intergenerational, because I know our youth, when you're talking about young adults, have something to say. Same as our youth, same as the elders, right? We just have time to communicate. Y'all alluded to social media. Social media is the youth had a chance to take off with that, and I laugh about being the first on Facebook because we didn't get to take a chance of that. I mean, take off with that from that generation. So it's still some communication that's lost, right? That's a value.
Absolutely. Which is part of the reason why we're doing this show. To intertwine those generations and create spaces to where multiple, for example, the youth industry mixer we had, the events that Meech do, creating spaces to where we can have this healthy dialogue between the generations so that the communication is there. I agree with that 100%. Thank you so much for that, Hank. Again, we are talking about the state of the youth and who's at fault. Tap in with us, 833-212-1017. Our next caller, Mahdi.
Yes. Good evening, Jazz and Mr. Mitch. I just want to say peace and love. Oh, no, big blessings. I just want to say peace and love to y'all. Y'all doing a great job, and the community really needs y'all. And to add to what the question you was asking, it's enough blame to go around.
Yeah.
I'm 55 years old. I gotta take some blame because I'm originally from the South Side of Chicago, and we was way worse than what these youth are today. So me as a young man, having 4 girls and 2 boys, I take all responsibility, and I sit down and I let my kids have a voice in my house. So if we want to correct what's going on in the community today, you got to let your kids have a voice. And you got to understand and have empathy and put yourself in their situation because they up against a lot. They got all this social media and this peer pressure going on there. And then we also know it's a systemic racism too. But all races have that. We just have it on a bigger scale. But we as black people, we're very blessed. So all we have to do is just tap in, hug them. Every time I see our youth, I'm hugging them. I don't care if they got guns on them or whatever. I talk to them. Because I done been in prison, and my brother been down for 37 years, and I don't want to see none of our people go that route. So it's enough blame to go around. Stop the blame game and tap in and help the people. God bless y'all, and Allah loves y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Peace. Thank you so much.
You heard what he said? he hug them even when they got guns on them.
Yes, because sometimes all they need is a hug. Well, I think about, when I'm at work, how many youth don't receive that? When was the last time somebody told them they love them? How often do they get hugs and, affection? Like, how do you... And it's frustrating because as an educator, there's only so much we can do legally, right? And it hurts when you can see the pain in their eyes because they finally found someone that they feel safe with and that they can be vulnerable with as far as venting and telling you some of the things that they go through, which is why I tell them to put it in their music too. One of my students, she made a song today and she was talking about, it was a love song, but she was talking about how, what do you do when there's no love at home?
Was it all on live? Y'all was on live this morning. I
Yep.
think I heard it. It was like a recreation of, I don't even know the song, but it sounded so familiar.
It was a sample of Overnight Celebrity.
Yeah,
Like it was extremely heavy. So those are some of the things that that they have to deal with, and we'll tap in and touch more on that. Right now we got to go to break and pay some bills. Do not touch that dial. We will be right back after this commercial break.
Tap in. What's the word, Milwaukee? It's your favorite producer, Meech. Don't just check in. Tap in with Jazz Tyler.
Tap in. We are live and direct Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. And I am your host, Jazz Tyler. This platform is for the youth, the voices of the city. We are here to remind the world that your voice matters. Hit us up, tap in, and let us know what's on your mind because the time is now. Tap in.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
We are back 101.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler. We are tapped in. My big homie, my brother, Digi Meech in the building. Meech, what it do?
What's the word?
Yes, indeed. We got a caller on the line. Caller, are you there?
Good evening, y'all. How y'all doing? Congrats on the new show as well, too.
Appreciate it.
Doing well. Yes. So Miss Jazz, you sparked a thought. You know what I'm saying? When I heard you talking earlier, you were saying something about wearing masks and stuff like that, right? I don't remember exactly what you said, but you were talking about a young man who was had a mask on. It was 90 out or whatever and stuff. And I think you were talking about how we basically wear masks to hide our emotions and our feelings and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I was thinking maybe you're talking about a self-esteem issue. You know what I mean? Because I feel in general, even adults, we all wear masks. You know what I'm saying? We hide our emotions and stuff like that. And it made me think about that because when I went to boot camp, I did that challenge incarceration program out there in St. Croix. Mm-hmm. And the very first day we got in there, they shaved us. They shaved our head, our mustache, beard, all that. And we were like, what's this about? And they were telling us, you can't hide your emotions. When you got a naked face, you can't hide no emotions. You can't hide. There's no mask. You got to deal with your issues. You know what I mean? So that sparked a thought, and I think we do that as people because I know for me personally, speak personal experience, I had very low self-esteem when I was committing crimes and stuff like that. I'm about to discharge off of parole in 2 months. I've been out on parole 13 years. I did 7 years. Yeah, I did 7 years and 3 months straight.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, thank you. And I got out. I've been on paper 13 years now. I'm about to discharge July 23rd. This summer, so I'm looking forward to getting my, true freedom back.
You grew your hair
back?
But
I just wanted to,
You grew the hair back?
get my true freedom back. You know what I mean? And but it sparked a thought, and I just wanted to answer your question too. You're talking about the youth and stuff, and who do we think is to blame and stuff. Obviously that's basics. That's between the child, the children, and or the parents or guardian. That's just basics. Whoever you want to assign the most blame, 51%, that's majority. 51% to the kid, the child, the parent, it's both of them. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of blame to go around because my mother was a cop. She was the first Latina officer in the city's history, but I still got in trouble. I still chose to get in crime, go to prison and all that stuff. So a lot of times, you can have solid family, but life's about choices. So I was still bumping my head along the wall, you know what I mean? So when it comes to that, you know what I mean? And then I just wanted to say, would I be able to plug the little podcast, let y'all know what we got going on and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's
because
what it's all about.
We do similar, similar stuff to what y'all doing. First of all, I want to say congrats. I love the energy. I'm feeling the vibe. I love that y'all got a 3-hour show, you know what I'm saying? And the stuff y'all talk about. But so, basically, we got a podcast we've been doing for about 2 years now. It's underground. We kind of like it that way, though.
Yeah.
It's called DVJ, D as in David, V as in Victor, DVJ. What's called Cold World with DVJ and Michelle. It's a podcast, local podcast, all Milwaukee, born and bred here. We're from a Democratic lens, put that out there. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Trump supporter, don't listen because we go hard on dude. We hate Donald Trump, so that's just letting y'all know. We're for people's rights. We talk about race, stereotypes, community stuff, politics, relationship stuff. Because I believe my girlfriend and I are one of the only couples in the city that do a podcast where we talk about community issues and as a romantic couple as well.
Yes,
so we're not on YouTube. We're not really trying to monetize. We're audio podcasts. You know what I'm saying? So we just strictly do that.
Yes, indeed. Well, congratulations to you both. Thank you so much for calling and tapping in with us, and we look forward to hearing more of what you have going on. And my call to action to you would be to take the experience that you have and everything you just shared with us, share it with the youth, whatever, in whatever capacity, even if you're just walking with them down the street, share your journey and your experiences, and that may be able to, impact them. And just to kind of go back to what he was talking about earlier, as far as the mask and the defense mechanism, a lot of youth, particularly boys, black boys that I talk to who walk around like that, is not necessarily a self-esteem. To a certain degree it is, but it's more so that they don't want to be seen.
I think it is. I think it's
not even just physically, but
it's just like they don't want their friends to see them on the bus. That's what I think.
They don't want to be seen physically, but they also don't want to be seen. They're trying to hide and escape from the world.
Yeah, they don't want to be seen. Basically.
Yeah, they don't want to, and to be in a mental state like that where you're walking around and you're willing to walk around in 90-degree weather with a black hoodie on and a black mask because life is so bad to the point where you don't even want to exist inside of the world, or you don't want anyone to see you, that is a problem. And those are the things that I pay attention to, just as much as we pay attention to, the negative things as well. So again, tap in with us and let us know your thoughts.
We got Von Mays in the chat, Jazz.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Von, man. Tap in with us. Call through 833-212-1017. Who is at fault? Who is responsible for, the state that the youth is currently in? And, what are some of the solutions? We know the basics. We know, honestly, I'm tired of the panel discussions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of going to events where it's like, we need to do something now. We been needed to do something, but are you going to sit on a panel and talk about it, or are you going to lace up your bootstraps and get out here and really get busy?
Yeah, tap in. 833-212-1017.
And shout out to all the youth and everything that they go through. I think one of the things that I would ask for the elders, in our generation, when you are dealing with them, no matter how extreme the circumstances are, understand that there is a lot, like the brother Mahdi said, that these youth go through. At 5 years old, I woke up, our house was being robbed. It was a gun pointed in my face. I remember it clear as day. At 9 years old, I was molested. At 14 years old, I went through different things. These are the same things that these kids go through. So when they're angry and they're constantly, wanting to fight and do all the things that they do, these are the things that they dealing with. That little girl, she may be going home getting touched on by her uncle and can't tell nobody, or her mama is not doing nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
I see young boys not in school, at the store trying to sell candy.
Yes.
Big bro, could you give me something to, big bro, this and that? And it'd be like, they not scared to ask me
for something.
But they haven't asked their mom. They not, or their dad, or they probably can't. You know what I mean? So it's I walk around and I walk to the store down the street, or I see all the guys outside. Don't nobody over by my house stay there, so it's all good. But
right,
I see them outside and just politic with them, and it just it's nothing for them to do. You know what I mean?
It's not. Shout out to Kawanda. What's up, Kawanda? Shout out to Vaughn, JR Skills, everybody that's in the chat. We see y'all. You can tune in on YouTube as well. We have a poll going on. Who is at fault for our youth behavior? Is it the teens, social media, music, their parents? You can all also call in and tap in with us as well. 833-212-1017. But again, just understanding that these youth are experiencing things that's been happening for many generations. I feel like those are things that people forget about, and these are things that impact you psychologically. So constantly, based on whatever they're dealing with outside of your interaction with them, it is triggers. They're constantly in defense mode. They're walking around with triggers They're going through different things, and there's no way for you to know because there is no communication. There is no safe space for them to be able to say, this is what I'm going through. My mama got to work 2 jobs because she got to pay the bills. Or my mama ain't around and we ain't got nothing to eat, which is while I'm out here doing what I'm doing, you know?
Because when you say creating a safe space, it's programs and organizations out there that maybe have created the space, but to the teens, it's not where they want to go.
That part.
You know what I mean? Because to me, I feel like we have to get in the power to create whatever they can't rent out a building and do their own thing and go downtown and get occupancy license and do their own thing.
Absolutely.
You got to let them plan what they want to plan.
What they want to plan.
And as grown-up people, we have to deal with whatever the repercussion is.
Yep.
I feel like it's fear, and everybody's scared.
Yeah.
You know, they scared to step up and be the parent or be the grown person in the room or take the time out. Yeah, you want to go to the club, but these kids they need to have the time together to socialize, to learn what we got a chance to learn.
That's right. And we're not making excuses for the youth because they do have a choice and they do understand. But you have to understand too, you know, like one of the callers mentioned earlier, there has been a different type of attack on our youth throughout the years. It has been set up to where the oppression, the way that they're oppressed is on a completely different level. It was designed to completely dismantle history. When you look at everything that's happening now and the state that our youth is in, it's like you will almost think that's it. The rate that they're dying, the things that they're involved in, it was a setup. They have been set up to fail. They have been set up to not
what's crazy,
continue to procreate and to live a long life.
And what's crazy is mostly black people that's oppressing our own youth. Like
Absolutely.
It's just what it is.
Absolutely.
You know?
So we all collectively have to do a better job on making sure that we are there in ways that are not normal or that is not regular, right? You can do a panel discussion, whatever it is that you do, just show up. You know, just show up. Show up. Call us, tap in, let us know your thoughts. We got to go to break. Do not touch that dial. You are live and direct with Jazz Tyler and Digi Meech, 101.7 The Truth.
Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th at Franklin Field, featuring live performances by Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, Edie Pablo, Jaquan, and Milwaukee's very own Big Frank. It's Milwaukee's biggest throwback party of the summer, all for $29. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, an exotic car showcase, a Chihuahua beauty pageant, art installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th. Get your tickets now at tacosandtequilafestival.com.
In the United States, a vehicle is stolen every 31 seconds, about as long as this message. Luckily, you can take a few easy steps to protect your car in the same amount of time. Remove your valuables, roll up your windows, don't leave your car running unattended, lock your doors, and take your keys or fob. If you have information about a crime, call the police. If you suspect insurance fraud, also call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
So altogether, you're looking at $1,780 for your mortgage and for your property taxes in a year. And that's before you have to deal with, obviously, your water bill and electric bill. That's a steep price that people have to pay. And based off those numbers I just ran, to afford a home like that, you got to make $65,000 a year. But the problem is, here in Milwaukee, the median household income is only $54,234. That's out of whack. So again, I am all about affordability. I'm all about people getting homes. But what we have to understand is that until homes are more affordable, you can have a supply and demand problem. But the problem that we have here in the city of Milwaukee is that these prices, when people are listing these houses, they're listing them for prices that people really can't afford. And even if you do get the house and you're paying that, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is not about living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is about finding something that fits within your budget and building equity for the future.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
We are live and direct, 101.7 The Truth. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. Digi Meech in the building. Meech, what it do?
What's up? We in AmFam Studios.
Yes, we are in the heart of downtown Milwaukee at the beautiful 3rd Street Market Hall.
I am home.
I am too. You know what? It's amazing looking out this window. I remember working here in high school at the Foot Locker. Walk past
When it was the Grand.
When it was the Grand Avenue Mall. Sam Goody and Buddy Squirrel and
Buddy Squirrel.
KB Toy Store. Memories.
I wish I could find a Buddy Squirrel right now.
Tap in with us right now. We are talking about the state of the youth and who's at fault. All right, Meech. So, before we went to break, we were discussing some heavy things when it comes to the state of the youth. And as an educator, and we all are former youth, you know, we're adults now, I just think it's important that we continue to have dialogue, not just on air, but also outside of the station, with community leaders, with parents, and put people in spaces to where we can really get an understanding. I think a lot of times too, people automatically assume that because someone looks like they're okay, they're okay, or that they haven't been through what they've been through because of how they look. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody has a story, including these youth. Mm-hmm. They laugh a lot, they joke a lot, they do content, they, you know, play ball, whatever it is that they do, understand that they still have a story and there's still things that's happening, underlying things.
Yeah, they housing more information than we are every day.
I'm telling you.
I can't take in that much information like I used to.
And when you sit down and have a conversation with them, you will be shocked as to how much they know, how much they pay attention, but they just feel like they don't have a voice. So again, this platform was created to not just, you know, talk about the youth, but to involve them and highlight them. Exactly. And let them know that, you know, we do care. You do have a voice. So to all the youth out there, we welcome you. We welcome you to the Tap In show. If you want to call in without providing your name, that's fine too. Just tap in with us, 833-212-1017, because nobody can tell us better than you. Yeah. You know, nobody can tell us about how you feel or what you're going through or even some of the solutions, you know, better than you. As a parent, Meech, how important is it for you to make sure that your children have the information that we're talking about so that they don't become a victim to these streets?
It's very important, actually. I mean, that's probably most of the reason why I end up getting this space. I end up having my boys, like, almost back to back. So, you know, once I got boys, I started thinking about the stuff I went through.
Yes.
Like, oh, my, you know, it was, you know, my daughter was almost a breeze, you know.
Yeah.
But just having boys and just seeing, like, the stuff that, you know, I went through growing up and just looking at the young men I'm seeing nowadays and just like, oh, I do not want my son to grow up in this atmosphere.
Yep.
So I'm like, I seen somebody in the chat say, you know, those who talking ain't walking it. I'm trying to walk it.
I know that's right.
So I'm trying to get my boys as much as I can. So they mama might not know, think of it like that, but that's what's going on as a young man, and some of these young men's ideas they have, and they don't know how to bring it to the forefront, you know. So like when I come across young men, they be, you know, be trying to throw so much stuff at me. Yeah, bro, let me do this, let me do that. Can you I want to do that, I want to do, and it just be like, you know, where can I send them? You know what I mean? Sometimes,
Absolutely.
Because some of them I can't. You know, it's not meant for me all the time. So I deal with music and some mental health issues with them and violence prevention. But you know, they have something that I can't deal with.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And then I'll try to help them. And, you know, some people ask for jobs. I've been helping this young man for like almost 2 years trying to find a job, and he ended up finding one.
Yeah.
I forgot where we led to, but we did everything possible. Called a few programs. You know, he couldn't get an ID. Had a case he was running from. You know, and it's just like, you know, he's 19.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, you know, mom probably told him to get out.
Yep.
And it's like, now he's out.
And where is he supposed to go?
When he's supposed to go, you know, to most people, they got somewhere for you.
Yeah.
You know what
Yep.
I mean? Like,
Yes,
some
indeed.
people, they have somewhere for you if you do the wrong thing. So, just being and knowing that, I really take initiative to try to touch them and you know, what's up, you know, and this and that, and really try to get a little game I can give them in the little time I'm passing by. But just when I do come across them and I don't have the information that they need, it just be like, oh my God, I wish Milwaukee was a little bit better with that, you know, getting the information out here. And that's another reason why we started this platform, because we want people to give us the information to get to the youth.
Yeah. A lot of the work that we do is not seen. We don't have cameras with us 24/7, you know, but the work is still being done. So to your point, you know, I do also agree that there needs to be a better way for the information to reach the youth, because if we give it to the parents and the parents are irresponsible, then how does that help the youth? Shout out to our chat. 10 Show said, you never know what type of impact you can have on a child. Being a role model for kids is a good feeling. Spreading good energy, they see who they see and ask who they ask for a reason. Those are facts. My good brother Von May said it can be their own fault, though. Their brains aren't developed and their understanding thinking shouldn't be held to an adult standard. Everything and everyone around them influences them. And that you got to know. That is a huge fact. I do believe that, and I do know that they are easily influenced, which is why it's super important as far as the role, how we show up as adults. Ken Rye said music also plays a big role too, because since drill rap has popped in the youth, the youth are off the chain. Everything is walk, a ninja down, or a slime, a ninja out. In Memphis, the drill culture is over the top. I agree. You know, the music has some responsibilities too. But again, to Meech's point earlier, you know, our generation listened to similar types of music, you know.
Just as ratchet.
Generation before us too. You know, it's always been around. It more so wasn't pushed out as much because social media didn't exist. But again, it was around. You know, one of the things I do want to also touch on is the parents. First thing people say is it's the parents' fault. Understand that there are some good working parents out here. With inflation and just the economy overall, they have to work so much just to survive. And that leaves room for their children to be influenced by other children, you know, or by whatever it is that they're influenced by. But then you also have the parents too, who put themselves first, and they're battling their own childhood trauma. So they're clubbing every night, they're drinking away, they're getting online being negative and just spewing out negative energy to everybody because they have their own internal issues and they don't know how to help themselves, let alone their children.
That's why I blame social media, because that whole message could get misconstrued. You could see somebody at the club and just think what you just said, and they could be just having a good time that night, but you would be like, where's your kids and this and that, or, you know, so this whole social media thing is screwed up the whole message of anything you think you could possibly put a beat on.
It has. It really has. It plays a huge role in, you know, what's happening now. So again, you know, we've discussed a lot of, you know, what's going on, but what is the solution? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we get Milwaukee back to a state where people feel safe? You know, like when I was growing up, everything that's happening now was happening then. We had hustlers, we had, gangs. We had all of that kind of stuff, right? But it was a code. It was, you know, you can do whatever you do. Make sure the kids is in the house, or make sure this elder has their lawn mowed and grass shoveled and all of that stuff. How do we get it back to where it's a community again, man? You know?
Try to remove the fear of what will happen. You know, I think, you know, when you go somewhere, you constantly looking over your shoulder like, well, I hope nothing happened today.
Yeah.
You know, you see something going on, you know, some festival, you're just like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen down there.
Yeah.
Or it's just at the regular day at the lakefront.
That fear is, Meech, you just said a mouthful.
I mean, regular day at the lakefront, you be scared.
Stop being scared of the youth.
I mean, people scared of their own self sometimes. To me, like they don't want to go. They're scared.
Yeah.
They don't even know what's going on. They just scared of what might happen.
In the state, yeah, that's true. That's true. It's difficult though, because as a parent, I be telling my children, don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't go down there at this time, or don't do this because it's too much going on. And to them, it's like, Mom, like, where's your faith?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You always talking about faith. Where's your faith? So, I agree though. We have to have a little bit more faith, man, and stop being so fearful.
At the least go
every
a little
time.
bit.
Yeah, and start being, you know, start creating events and attending events where you can bring your children. Like, I kick it with my children. You know what I'm saying? We going on to the movies, we going to Dave and Buster's or whatever. Like, I just create environments to where them and their friends feel comfortable, and you know, and the parents too. Like, create an atmosphere where there is dialogue and where there is room for both the youth and their parents to attend. You know. With that being said, we got some more bills to pay. Do not touch that dial. We are live and direct. 101.7 The Truth.
The Brew Crew are back on June 2nd.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is gone!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they play the San Francisco Giants.
Got him swinging. Threw him a curveball. It's 11 Ks for Mizorowski.
Brewers baseball is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in June 2nd at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality healthcare and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
At UW-Milwaukee, students don't have to wait until college to start building their future. Roar Ready lets students K through 12th grade join in hands-on programs across campus. From science and tech to arts, sports, and more, students try new things, meet new people, and build skills that matter. Programs are led by UW-Milwaukee faculty, staff, and current students. And it's easy to register online. Get started today at uwm.edu/roarready. UW-Milwaukee. Roar Ready. Your child's future starts here.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, may I ask a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
Do you have any pets?
Yes, we have a dog.
Great. Do you have a pool outside?
Nope, just a big old backyard.
Nice. Another question. Are there any unlocked guns in the home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, let's just talk about what we can bring for dessert.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
Milwaukee, we are live 101.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler and Digi Meech in the building. We are at 3rd Street Market, heart of downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
At the M-Fam studio. Tap in. Okay, let's look at, we got a couple votes, Z. What we looking like?
Truth Nation letting their voice be heard for sure. They said, whose fault is it for the youth behavior? 76% of people are saying the parents, 12% are saying the teens, 12% are saying social media, and nobody thinks that it's the music.
Vaughn said the hierarchy got to do stuff differently, but innovative and inclusive on what solutions are invested in. Is hella stuff that's working in pockets, but they aren't in the circles and groups. That is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaron Crockett, he said, fight for your kids.
In a nutshell, that's strong. I mean,
yes, indeed. Fight for your kids.
But
fight
you
for your
gotta know,
kids like you fight for your baby daddy when he cheat on you.
Yeah, but what we had a caller earlier. What is that, Marty?
Marty.
He said, it give them a voice in the house.
Yes,
That's
part.
Fighting for your kids in a sense. Like let them,
Yeah.
let them tell you what they got going on.
Yep, and that's a generational thing too, because when we were growing up,
We couldn't say nothing.
could not interrupt being adults' conversation. We couldn't even be in the same room with an adult.
I didn't even know if it was an adult conversation going on.
I'm trying to tell you.
At the kids' table.
At the kids'
I
table.
couldn't even go to the refrigerator.
Yes. So that thought process is part of the reason why the youth feel like they don't have a voice. And one of the things that I love about working with the youth and also being a parent too is the fact that I'm able to sit down and have a conversation with my children. I'm able to say, this is how you made me feel. This is how I feel. Even when I'm frustrated, we still can have a conversation. If we need to step away for a minute and catch our breath, we can. But to his point, having a voice and actually having a conversation with them, especially when they reach a certain age, because you have to go back and think about when you were a teenager, right?
That's mostly what I do with my kids.
Yes.
Like I really put myself at that age. Like,
yep.
What was I thinking?
And how much did you know? You knew a lot, but we were not in a household or in a generation where we could express that, because then it would come off as disrespect. Mm-hmm. You don't pay no bills around here. Mm-hmm. You don't. Well, what happened when they do start paying bills?
Or when you trying to tell them to go get a job to pay their phone bill.
Exactly. So I do agree with that they do need to go ahead and have a voice to a certain degree. Not saying that they have to dictate anything, but it is what it is. Tony beat up, say he's not feeling the show. That's all good. The show is really for the youth. We take the good and the bad with it. I truly believe that that's part of the problem. No one wants to talk about the youth. No one wants to give them voices. No one wants to have this dialogue because of whatever reason. But this is what's happening. This is what's going to continue to happen, and this is what needs to happen in order for us to get in a place where the city is a little bit better when it comes to how we deal with our children.
Yeah, so I'm curious why nobody voted on the music.
I think it's because we have biases. Because and this is just me being a human, right? I have days where if I'm in turn up grind mode, I gotta throw that Thug Motivation 101 on. Yeah, I gotta throw that chicken, rocking and rolling, But again, to Von's point, I am old enough and intelligent enough to know not to act out what's being said in those songs. The youth, their brains have not been developed enough yet for them to know, like, no, I'm not going to do it.
I mean,
or
there's other
to
factors. They
understand
get
it.
marketed for it to be cool, you know, or
Yeah.
you know, if you don't have this on, and you know, so.
And then think about it too, Mitch. How many times both of us have been in the music industry for a very long time? How many times have you been told that this rapper don't even really do drugs? They just rap about it, you know? So it's like
all the time.
the youth don't know that. They don't know that it's not real.
Yeah, because I mean, you see a celebrity, you know, that's been a celebrity for 10, 15 years, and yeah, he's from the streets and this and that, but he's been a celebrity for 10 years. So how has he been doing the stuff he's been doing, or he claims to be in his songs this whole entire time, if he's been like at the BET Awards, at the Grammys, and you know,
Accusations.
taking private jet flights, and how's you in the hood doing that stuff?
That part.
And you with Rihanna and them in the hood, right?
That part. And LaRon Taylor said, I wish I had a less of a voice and would have listened to my parents more instead of trying to contribute a voice and things I know nothing about. I understand that aspect of it too, you know, but I think more so as far as having a voice is being able to voice how they're feeling, not necessarily making decisions for the household, but just being able to say, this is how you make me feel. Because sometimes as parents, you know, we spew our energy out. If we mad at somebody at work or whatever the case may be, your spouse, sometimes that energy goes off on your child, and you don't know what they went through at school.
Yeah.
You know, are they getting bullied? What are they dealing with? So it's more so in that aspect, to your point, LaRon Taylor. We got to go to break, pay some bills. We'll be right back. 101.7 The Truth.
Ray Diddy got a little, he coined a little thing for us, and go pay the bills.
Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you. And then they gonna tell you, come here. Mm-hmm. Now you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tori Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. You think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988. A message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
When your team needs custom gear, don't wing it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and More is your local partner for high-quality apparel with hands-on design help and services that actually feel, well, helpful. For your business, teams, or events, Big Frog makes it easy. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon today.
Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Hustle and motivate.
101.7.
The Truth. Tapping in. Jazz Tyler and Digi Meech in the building. Meech, what it do?
What it do? I was just me and somebody out there that's outside at the 3rd Street Market down here at the MFM studio. We were just having a moment with some of the youth out there.
Yes, indeed. They tapped in.
Yeah.
Or y'all tapped in.
Yeah, so we still dealing with or we still asking the question, who's at fault for the youth's behavior? So we got a poll going on our chat. Call in, tap in, 833-212-1017. Let us know what you think. Who's at fault for the behavior?
Von Mays asked if we took over the teen takeovers, and he says that it's not the music because honestly they shouldn't have access. The parents give access and social media gives them access. Those two components should do better. I agree. It's difficult because we don't have the ability to control social media, Like there's no way, like even if you put on parental guidelines on your children's phone, whoever they're friends with might have access to it. Like it's too easily accessible. Mm-hmm. So we have to figure out solutions outside of that, you look
at a teen takeover and you could just look at it as they trying to throw a concert on.
Yeah. So give them a space to take over in a positive way. So you could look at it like, oh, they're taking over. It's a problem. They're da-da-da-da. Or provide them with a space to do what it is that they want to do. Obviously, there's nothing for them to do. Like it is, but it's not.
Yeah. I talked to parents during the teen takeover. The teens been going to Bayshore and, all last summer. They've been getting dropped off, Uber, and however. It's been like, there's been like a meetup at Bayshore for a minute before the actual flyer went out, So, just to get that many eyes on it, I guess.
Yes.
People felt like it was going to be a problem, but, the teens been meeting up. Go back to the days we was meeting up at Mayfair.
Yeah.
Catching the 60 bus all the way up to Mayfair. Every hood you go through had to get on the bus. And
yes,
we was
indeed.
all on the bus.
Yes, indeed.
If they want to wait till they get up there and do something, the police do your job.
Yep. DVJ said, my first impressions are good. I like the relaxed setting. Feels like we're just all listening and talking about life. I'll continue listening personally. Those are the kind of remarks we want to hear. And we truly thank you for tapping in and calling with us. Kawanda said, looks can be deceiving. You are most definitely right. The devil most definitely is a deceiver. Alfonso said music industry has a big impact on society, always has. R. Kelly and Keith Sweat has been responsible for a lot of kids being born. Ha ha ha. That's a fact. And LaRon Taylor said there are plenty of things for those kids to do if they want to do them. They want to meet in an uncontrolled environment, fight, blast music, and do whatever they want.
Yeah, to me, it's keep the same energy with the adult stuff.
That's a fact.
When it's an adult takeover, a black
That's
all
a fact.
black affair.
That's a
you
fact.
remember they was fighting down at the Bear Center?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody
said yeah. And to be honest, we've been doing team takeovers. We didn't took over Greek Fest. We didn't took over Jam for Peace, we done took over State Fair. We've taken over, many events. I think the difference is there is no, to your point, Lauren, there is things for them to do. However, there isn't as many things for them to do as it was, back in our days. And I just encourage, my call to action would be to encourage people to contribute.
Yeah.
Find a way to contribute. How are you contributing to what's happening? Are you a part of the problem by just talking about the problem, or are you a part of the solution? And honestly, we got to hold some of the adults responsible too, because it's some old fools out here.
Dear OG.
You hear me? It's some old fools out here for real. And the examples that they set, they be so stuck in their ways and in their own mind, and then we wonder why the kids run around.
Yeah, so we're going to have Z keep the lines open to tap in with us, 833-212-1017. We still going to keep the narrative going just for today, like who you think's at fault for the youth behavior, That's just a question.
On a positive note, we talking about solutions. What are some of the things that's going on this summer?
I seen one that was like amazing on it was on Facebook. It was just like they take the old somebody did like an AI picture of like the Milwaukee Mall. It was just
that's fire.
It just was amazing to me. I didn't care if it happened or not. It just looked so good. I'm like, it's the perfect spot. Then we have events going on and stuff like that to tackle. So and there was some pushback on that as well.
Yes, indeed. Vaughn, we got my good brother Vaughn Mays on the phone. Vaughn, talk to the people.
Hey, what it do? Tapping in.
Peace, man. There's no better person to get the real deal from than my good brother Vaughn.
Hey, listen. Congratulations. I appreciate the conversation. I'm sorry. That's why I asked if y'all cover certain things, because I tapped in late. But yeah, man, good to see y'all on board.
Yeah, so let us know, Vaughn, who you think's at fault.
I think it's enough blame to go around, but I think it kind of does a disservice for us to put so much of the blame on young people who we know don't have the mental capacity to be kind of looked at to make clear adult decisions. One of the reasons why I started working with young people is 2016 in Sherman Park, and the issues similar to what y'all talking about, the takeovers and stuff like that. That's pretty much what was going on in Sherman. Mm-hmm. And just seeing young people in action, not think about what they're doing, just being impulsive, making split moment decisions, escalating stuff, because they didn't have nobody to help them slow things down and think things through. So I think it's on us as the adults. I think it's on society as when we talk about social media. There are things that we could be doing to protect our kids. In other countries, they have it to where if you're not a certain age, you can't even get on certain things. And that goes to the parents as well, to make sure you're adhering to that. If you're going to buy your kids a phone, buy them a phone that they don't have access to that stuff to. If you listen to your music, make sure you ain't got your daughter or your son, bumping that music that they shouldn't be listening to through you. We giving them access now that we didn't have before. Like y'all said, back in the day, when we did adult things, we sent the kids on their way. We ain't let them sit there and do it with us. So I think it's on more of us, from the parents to society to law and policy, to protect our kids from themselves, essentially, because that's how society is anyway. Rules are in place to protect us from ourselves. Absolutely. So if we're not going to duplicate that on our young people, then we at fault. It's not them.
That's right. What are some of the things you experienced at Sherman Park, and how has what you've done with ComForce and the lock-in programs changed the narrative of similar events such as the teen takeovers or the takeovers that they were once doing inside of Sherman Park?
I think just getting with like-minded people. Shout out to both of y'all. I've worked with both of y'all in formulating different things and putting things together, putting our platforms and our resources together. to bring, viable solutions, and the things that we've done have been successful. So that's one thing of not thinking it's just me and I got it down packed and I don't need to work with nobody else. That mindset is, being a huge help to us collectively and to myself. A lot of those issues that were barriers to me helping and doing what needs to be done in 2016 in Sherman still exist today. Like, we still investing in stuff that we know that don't work. We still kind of locking people out if they ain't, if they don't feel like you professional enough, or if you got degrees or whatever the case may be. A lot of that stuff is still happening, which is why we still seeing some of the same results. So we just got to keep doing what we do and be, successful in that in any way possible. So keep pushing, for the T4 TCs to happen. We're going to get these lock-ins back going regardless of if we get the support or not. We got to keep doing what we're doing to be innovative and different to bring that stuff that we know bring results.
Yeah.
And what you just said is a key component, whether we get the support or not. It doesn't matter if, certain people give you the support. We still have to do it ourselves. And that's the model that we built a lot of the work that we do in the community off of. Even with the lock-in program, when we started, we didn't have funding. We got funding from the people. Yeah. And I'm a huge advocate for that, because when Black people spend their money, they're invested. So if they give us a gallon of water or some food, they feel like they're a part of something. And that's all people really want, is just to be a part of something. When people feel like they aren't a part of something, they tend to, look at it from a negative lens. But the work still must continue, whether we get the funding from the government or the state, or whether we don't get it from them. We still have to do our part.
Yeah, it can't always be about money.
Yeah.
Even though we know that it drives the world, but
absolutely,
it can't always be about money.
Absolutely. And Vaughn, you just give you your flowers, I always do. But again, I said it earlier, I don't know if you were listening, at that time, but like, I don't have it in me to wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning to go on the scene, or to just be on call 24/7. So, we want to make sure that we do cherish and acknowledge our community leaders who are out there doing the work 24/7, because it literally takes working 24/7 in order to change the minds of the masses.
Man, listen, and that's what we all doing. Like you said, everything ain't seen. I was out there last night till then at 2 in the morning. It was like a team takeover pretty much last night. That went from Lakefront to Fond du Lac and North, right across from, you mentioned it, the old Milwaukee Mall. Then it went to Water Street. So we was out there dealing with that stuff last night, but we all have collectively put that work in. Meets like you with the studio, all days and nights, working with young people through music, Jazz, you with the schools, and also with the lock-ins as a co-founder. Like, this, like I said, man, it's a collective effort, and I appreciate all the people who bosses in their own right, but have enough sense to bring, that collective power together to make sure we all successful in the end goal. Like, that's what really matters.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for calling in, Vaughn. We're going to get Vaughn on the show in a couple of weeks here so we can really, really dive into what it looks like for someone who is on the front lines 24/7 when it comes to not just dealing with the youth, but just dealing with our people in general.
Yeah, because we're going to deal with some tough questions on this show, but we really want to highlight what's going on for the youth and really give them an outlet to really voice their opinion as well. So
absolutely,
if you got some youth that's listening with you, just give us a call while we still got the lines open, 833-212-1017, and let them speak.
Yeah, we want to hear your voice. So for those who are tapped in with us now, just to reiterate, we are in a transition as far as the station. This is a new platform. Shout out to Dr. Biko Baker for allowing us to be able to come on here and explain to us that we do have what it takes to be able to, get the youth involved. And this is just one of many solutions that we plan to implement in order to make some serious changes throughout the city of Milwaukee. On a positive note, we kind of talked about it a little bit, the TC4
T4TC.
T4TC.
This for the city.
Yes, indeed. And the lock-in program is just, various of opportunities that the youth have. I did see someone in the chat talk about how we used to take over the lake and the skating rinks and things of that nature. And even when Vaughn just mentioned they was at Water Street, the lakefront, that sounds like when we used to be in traffic back in the day.
Yeah,
so
LaRon Taylor said, we've closed every single roller skating rink in Milwaukee. The suburbs don't want to see us coming. Nice restaurants don't either. Nobody was sponsoring Afrofest. We need to act right.
Yeah, we got to get it together, y'all. We got to get it together. Stay tuned. Do not touch that dial. We have to go to a commercial break. We will be right back. 101.7 The Truth.
All your favorite interviews and best moments live in one place.
We don't feel the same. And I just told them that if they would just do an interview and let our leaders know, because Tori Lowe, Sherry Hughes, Elizabeth Brown, 101.7 The Truth is Milwaukee's Black Talk.
Download the new 101.7 The Truth app now. Milwaukee Black Talk. 101.7 The Truth.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
Hey, Joe, working again? Retirement was boring, huh?
Not boring. Expensive. Food, medicine, rent. Social Security just isn't enough.
I know, and that's why I used benefitscheckup.org. It connected me to an extra $1,000 a month.
$1,000 a month?
Benefitscheckup.org is a free service from the National Council on Aging.
Free? I'm going to benefitscheckup.org today.
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. We are live from the American Family Insurance Studios in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
That's good, Z.
I was going to say, it was for Jazzy, so she's going to have to let me know.
That's still good.
Tupac,
That's good.
I tried
You
to
can't go
Tupac
wrong.
clean as fast as I could.
Yeah.
Let's go. Meech, what's going on?
Just really reading the chat. They going in the chat. I like it, though.
I like it too. You know, it's healthy dialogue. Speaking of the instrumental that was just played, we are, here to encourage the youth to build their confidence, to understand that they have a voice, to understand that we see them, not just physically, but internally as well. We are not perfect, by far, but we are making an effort. We are human beings, and we want to see, how can we help?
Yeah.
What is it that we can do, the adults? What can we do to help you guys and give you guys what it is that you need in order to feel like you not only have a voice, but that you're included, so that we can have not just a safe summer, but just a safe city, in
'cause
general.
right now, day one, we speaking as adults, to the youth, not for them. So eventually, like me and Jazz talked before the show aired, we want to have a conversation with them. We don't want to be speaking at the youth and y'all need to do this or this and that, or really just be kind of hounding them and really talking and really drilling the same issues like that we all know that's going on. And so we really want to get into a space later on, eventually in the week, that where we could really bring youth in on this conversation.
Yep. And we got some amazing youth that we work with too. I've had the pleasure of working with many youth in many different capacities, from sports to entertainment to education. And every time I have the opportunity to work with them, they always remind me why the work that we do is important, right? So just to highlight some positive things, the past 4 years, myself, Von Mays, and Ray Nitty have been doing the lock-in program. The lock-in program is a program where we keep the youth from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. during the summertime. On the weekends, we have breakout sessions. So we teach them how to sew. They play basketball. They have food. We have parents who volunteer. We give away money, things of that nature. And actually, the first time we did it, we got a report from the police department that showed that crime for that demographic, that specific age group, decreased whenever we did a lock-in, which means that it works. So we will be officially bringing those lock-ins back this summer. So all the youth out there that's ages 13 through 17, know that you do have some things to attend this summer and some places to go. And if that's not anything you want to be involved in, we have music studios. You got organizations, nonprofit organizations. There's so many different things. And what I will vow to do is to provide as many resources as possible and information on the resources.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we will make sure we'll have all that and as many guests
that
provide them services as possible.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shout out to the chat, everybody that's tapping in. We truly, truly appreciate you. We want you guys to join us. We are here live and direct Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Today we are talking about the state of our youth, the state that they're in. We have some amazing youth who will be joining us this week, who are doing some amazing things, not just at school, but just in life. And they're, transitioning. They're becoming young adults, and we get to watch them grow into whoever it is that they're supposed to be.
We got Amir coming Thursday from 414 Life. He gave us a call earlier. Great conversation with him.
Absolutely.
And Zeke, you want to give us an update on the poll?
Yeah, it went down a little bit. So we were asking who's at fault for the youth's behavior, and 69% of people say that their parents are at fault. 15% say that it's the actual teens. 12% say social media. And this one's for you, Meech. 4% say music.
Okay, thank you. All right, because just want to see.
Yeah, music is a part of it, and as an artist, I have to agree. Which is why I actually stopped doing music. I stopped doing music during the Derek Williams case. I was in Atlanta. I was working with Zaytoven, and I seen his case on the news and what happened. And I came back home and I got involved. I reached out to Tory Lowe. He was working on the case. And I got involved. And the more work I started to do, the more I realized that I was a part of the problem as well, because of the music I was putting out. And I had to have some type of self-accountability. How can I make this music and then go into the community and expect for them to do the opposite? So to that point, I feel like us as adults, we have some blame in this as well. It's the accountability. What is it that the children see?
Yeah.
What do they see us doing? They're mimicking. Everything that the youth is doing is mimicking what adults are doing. So we have to be mindful Not role models, but real models.
In some cases, with the music, the grown folks is mimicking what the youth is doing.
Would you say yunkles and yunties?
Yeah, I mean, if you older now, you trying to get into that young crowd, so you pretty much taking or adapting the things you see them doing, especially on social media. TikTok and stuff like that. If you dancing on TikTok, you doing some youthful stuff.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So you pretty much taking a page out of their book.
Yeah, you are. I ain't got it in me. My daughter be TikToking.
Oh, no, I ain't.
At 38, I don't got it in me to TikTok. These knees ain't TikToking. They not. I don't got no knees like Megan. I used to play ball. I got injured my knees. I got basketball knees. It's a wrap.
All right, thanks DVJ for tuning in and calling us. He said thanks for the episode. He about to watch OKC versus the Spurs. It's a big game tonight.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Shout out to Vaughn for joining us live. He said y'all should touch on the rise of being and utilizing influencers to help steer these young people by recognizing their role and responsibility as influencers in our city and community. And I think for the most part, that's where we've been heading most recently with the events that we have done and the events that we're planning to do, especially with like what you guys are doing.
T4TC, that's pretty much what that is influencer driven.
Yes.
Influencer driven, initiatives to kind of help reduce violence.
Yeah. And it's needed, and we'll keep doing the work. And if there is any youth out there listening, one of the things that I wanted to tell you all is who you are is not who you will become. Don't hang around people who want to keep you in a state of destruction, self-destruction. You want to be around people that feed you, that want to help you grow. And you want to start now. It's important that you start now because the decisions that you make at 14, 15, 16, 17 is going to be ultimately who you become, as an adult. And for the parents, for those who are parents, like actually parenting, give yourself some grace. We all are human. We are constantly evolving, constantly changing, learning from our mistakes on a day-to-day basis when it comes to raising our children. And there is no blueprint. There is no blueprint on how to do this. We have a lot of families where we were learned certain things that we probably shouldn't have learned, and we pass it down unintentionally to our children, and that may not be the best thing. So give yourself some grace too. And understand that, we all just doing our best.
Yeah.
We're doing our best. Yes, indeed.
So with that, though, Jazz, we're going to move into just some things about the music and youth and what we plan on highlighting and doing on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's talk about it. Tap in with us. We are live and direct, 101.7 The Truth.
On Thursday, May 28th, join Sharp for the 10th annual Unwrapped MKE from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based education programs serving thousands of urban elementary students in schools throughout Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
Ready to grow your business? Then connect with the City of Milwaukee at City Connect 2026, the city's 3rd annual vendor fair sponsored by BMO Harris Bank. Join local businesses, community partners, and city leaders Thursday, May 28th at Milwaukee City Hall from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Learn how to compete for city contracts, navigate the bid process, explore small business certifications, and build valuable connections through workshops and networking opportunities. Visit milwaukee.gov/vendor fair for details.
At Milwaukee College Prep, we don't leave success to chance. We're designed for it. With strong support, high expectations, and a team committed to excellence, our educators turn belief into outcomes every day. If you believe every child deserves an excellent education, join Milwaukee College Prep. Apply today. Visit mkeprep.com/jobs.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality healthcare and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's bigger than black and white. It's a problem with the whole way of life. Can't change overnight.
1017, The Truth, here at AmFam Studios. This is the Tap In with Jazz Tyler. I'm producer Meech.
We live and direct, Meech. It's going up. We had to go pay some bills, but we back. We back. Shout out to TDR Network 414. They said these are the type of conversations we've been needing to have for a long time. You are absolutely right. And again, I have to send a shout out to Dr. Biko Baker, because Biko has seen the work that we do behind scenes for many years. And a lot of us are not in front of the camera, so you wouldn't know that the work was being done. And now that has changed with him providing us with this platform in which we plan to use to be impactful and hopefully change and save, some of the youth lives. At the end of the day, I have to keep it 100. I'm always here to help anybody. But y'all adults, some of y'all,
that's when it become about the money.
Yeah, that's for real. Pay me for my thoughts. We can set up a consultant call. But these babies come first.
For sure.
And we just want to be the voice to show you what happens when they do come first.
I mean, they gonna hear it.
Yeah.
They gonna come. The youth gonna come full-fledged.
They are
through this show. So.
And they rock with us too. So for all y'all. No, just like all your haters out there. No, but again, we just highlighting some positive things that we have going on in Milwaukee, Wisconsin with a lot of the youth. I am actually excited about this summer. So with Notes for Notes, we have an artist development program that we're doing this summer. So for those who are just now tuning in, during the day, I am a program director and educator for Notes for Notes, which is a nonprofit. We have 25 locations throughout the country, $1 Million Studios, where we allow the youth to create and express themselves.
This is like 3 or 4 in Milwaukee?
We have 4, yep. So we have one at Howard Fuller High School, Howard Fuller Middle School, Milwaukee Academy of Science, and the Running Rebels. And this is such an amazing, I couldn't even imagine at 14, 15 what life would be like if I had access to $1 million studio. We got the same board that Dr. Trey used.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got the same board that Dr. Trey used.
I mean, just thinking of it now, like when we started off doing music, just to be able to
just
do
to
it
be
how
able
we doing it. It's crazy.
And I tell them all the time, don't take advantage, because it's not going to be free when you graduate.
I had to put together my studio in the basement.
Yes.
With trying to find any receiver I could find, any speaker I could find, anything to put together. I had to take the family computer that was upstairs. Got cussed out for it.
The desktop.
Yeah, I took the desktop.
The Dell desktop
and
joint.
tried to build me a studio.
With the dial-up internet.
Man.
With LimeWire.
Good day. The days have come a long way.
Come an extremely long way. But yeah, it's we have some superstars that we're working with, and again, just being able to tell them our stories, you know, and allow them to see where we start and where we're going, and us being able to pilot and help guide them is amazing. And again, we got Torian G, aka Do 7243 and Young Major coming up to the studio this week. We got Melinda Zakira and Kalea coming up here as well. They are all students from Howard Fuller High School who has had the opportunity to take the Notes for Notes course last year and this semester, and they'll be able to give you guys more insight on what it is that they're working on, the projects that we have coming out this summer, the artist development program, where we'll actually be able to show them how to perform, the business side, the ASCAP and BMI, how to register the music properly, all of the good things that comes with artist development. They'll be able to learn and showcase their talents at the Bronzeville Festival, first week of August 2026. So most definitely looking forward to that. And then we also have my dear sister, Setua Shakur, the sister of Tupac Shakur, who will be joining us next week on June 3rd, which is actually Setua Shakur Day throughout the city of Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin. She was given a proclamation by Mayor Johnson and by our former currently Judge Lena Taylor, in honor of the work that she has been doing with myself and others here in the city of Milwaukee as it pertains to the youth when it comes to domestic violence, the detention facilities, and mental health. So I'm very excited to sit down and talk to her to see what some of the things we have with Pac's Foundation that we'll be implementing in the city of Milwaukee for the youth this summer.
You seen some of the guests they got coming tomorrow?
Oh, man. Biko hitting us over the head.
During the lunch break in the Grapevine, 12 to 4?
Yes, indeed.
So they got Ja'Cory Robinson, Off the Porch, or Dirty Glove Bastard.
Cracking.
Yeah, that's a big platform, big music platform. Ja'Cory, he's we call him Spitty Will. He's from Milwaukee, so a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
They got Ja'Cory Robinson coming tomorrow. Deputy Chief Travis Jones.
He's a fire chief, right?
Yeah, fire chief. And Tiffany Wynn, Alderwoman Cogs.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's joining. Shout out to Alderwoman Cogs. I had the pleasure of working in her office. Yeah.
You mentioned that earlier.
So I am a cancer survivor. I had breast cancer. I was diagnosed at 30 years old with breast cancer. And during my recovery process, I was working for a corporation, I won't say any names, who, decided to pull what they pulled during a very difficult time. And Alderwoman Cogs invited me to come down to her office to work with her. And we were able to build some amazing things. So she's one of the sisters here in the city who put her work where her mouth is, her mouth where her work is, vice versa. And she does everything she's supposed to do when it comes to the community and the art. So big shout out to Alderwoman Cogs. Big shout out to Ja'Cory Off the Porches, an amazing platform. And he's been able to bring on so many different people from so many different places onto that platform. So
my God, Ja'Cory.
That's exciting. That's
we had
exciting.
him speak at the T4TC at Washington Park.
Yeah.
We had over 5,000 kids there.
That's exciting.
They still got if you've been looking at the chat, Jazz, they still got it going. They still going.
Yeah, I see. Tone said, I'm here if you need me. We got you, Tone. Shout out to the Running Rebels, most definitely. Mao the Elephant said, by behaving the way I see their classmates behave, we blame teachers as if teachers should go home with the kids to keep working with them on homework. That is the parent's job. To your point, so we were talking earlier about the state of the youth and who's at fault. And I'm glad that you brought that up, because I always say that, it does start at home. And it's a cliche saying, but the reason why we say that is because, for me, we also have to work with the parents. We can work with the youth all day, but if we send them back to the environment that made them sick, it's not going to heal them. Yeah. So it's a household thing.
Do an hour over here and then go right back.
Absolutely. So this concert that's happening this summer, I know you can't spill the whole tea, Meech, but you got to give us
we
something.
put it together. Sponsors hit us up.
Yeah. So talk about the previous years. Who are some of the artists that came on before?
We got some of the top artists. All the top artists. We had probably over 25 artists on the first year.
Yeah.
Over 5,000 kids showed up. We couldn't even really put stuff down. We couldn't even start the show for real. Kids start showing up at 1 o'clock. They start. It was on Juneteenth, so it was like
They was ready.
like a after Juneteenth type of thing.
Yeah.
And they pretty much, we was trying to get the kids to stop.
Yeah.
Get the kids something to do instead of go to Juneteenth.
Yep.
And they kind of showed out.
Yeah.
Wasn't too many incidents. It was pretty much just one incident. Outside of the park. So we kind of put that on.
Yeah.
Whoever job that is.
Yeah. And it's going down. And I'm glad that you said that, because a lot of times when things happen, even if it has nothing to do with that event, the way the media cover it, it will make it seem that way.
Yeah.
So to be able to have 2,500 people,
5,000.
5,000 people, where 99% are youth, and not have any incidents, and have some amazing I don't like that word, some amazing talent who happens to be local is amazing.
Yeah, so let's talk about that, the local talent.
Yeah, so
the youth local talent, or just local talent in general.
I'm excited. I remember what it felt like to when I first started. I remember what it felt like. I remember the support, the grind, and how much work we had to put in.
I mean, it was a lot of work to be done though. Like we had opportunity to go to shows every day.
Yes.
It was open
Every
mics
day of the
everywhere
week.
around the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had that opportunity. Now I don't.
It's not really
I don't
there.
even know. It's Timbuktu still going on.
Yeah.
Shout out to them and people that's throwing events down there. That's open mics, but far and then they they got the poetry night going on.
I never thought about that though, Meech. We don't have any.
We had somewhere to go every week.
We had Quarters, we had Stonefly, we had El Babaloo's, we had Textures, we had
that's
Questions.
on the same block.
All that's on it. We had everything every day. Taco Tuesdays, Red Zone Sundays.
Mary's on setting on the south side.
And shout out to DJ New Styles and Knowledge, man. They were really instrumental in Homer Blow and breaking records on the radio and in the clubs. So with that being said, as the new aunties and uncles of the community, maybe that's something we gotta start back up.
That's what this is about. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it.
Maybe that's something we gotta start back up.
So I mean, pretty much the platform is we're gonna implement some music and stuff like that. Have something for the artists, the youth, the talent to come through. Stuff like that to highlight that. Me and Biko was talking about doing something after the show and stuff like that. So it's pretty much opportunity open, So if you got music, hit us up, hit me up. I need it. I need to know who popping. But
yes,
just to highlight some stuff that's going on right now, some stuff that's on my radar.
Yeah.
We got Jungle Baby.
Okay.
Jungle Baby.
Let's go.
That's been raising some eyebrows around Milwaukee. Another little cat that's part of Chicken P's entourage. I like him. Big Sally.
Yeah, Sally. Yeah. So Torian, who we talked about earlier, that's who he run with.
Yeah, I like Big Sally.
Yeah.
They say he sound like chicken, but I think he the best one that sound like chicken. Right?
Yeah, I like him. I like him.
It's another cat. He just did something with Big C, his little Mucho.
Okay.
He's been raising. He's like his name been in the streets for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a bunch of cats that I'm gonna bring to the forefront of the conversation as far as talent, and if y'all got something, just hit us up.
I'm a huge Big Frank fan.
You is?
I am, because I love the fact that he brings the fun into the music. Like that part. I love the fact that he brings the fun into the music, and that he is out the box. I also like Lonnie Baby. I know her mama though. I remember
Lonnie Monet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she was younger, I've seen her come up. Fan of 414 Kennedy and Maya P.
Yeah, you know who our manager is though, right?
Who? Who manager is?
Lonnie.
No, I didn't know that.
Loud Pack, yeah.
Nope, I didn't know that. Shout out to all of the young artists that's up and coming, man. Even those who, may not necessarily have the platform. Like we said, we have a lot of youth who we're going to be introducing, the city to, that's dropping some music. But I love the fact that we're starting to bridge that gap from our generation of people who did music to them. One of the things I talk to the youth all the time about is their lack of social skills, and primarily because they never had to walk up to somebody with a CD in hand and ask them to buy their CD. Everything with them is streaming. Everything is downloaded. We had to physically go and promote and say, hey.
I mean, because most of it was about media.
Yeah.
Like, you had to be in front of the media. Like, one thing that we're trying to do on this show is kind of put an influence on the media around here. Like, really dive into it. Like, get people to really cover the music a little bit more, to give it that extra that it needs.
And honestly, I just want to celebrate. I want to celebrate the music industry from Milwaukee, because people, if you are not involved or have never been a part of the industry, you have no idea how hard it has been to come from Milwaukee and make it in the industry, or even to get Milwaukee to be looked at in a way where we are respected as it pertains to not just music, but it's a lot of comedians that's coming from here, a lot of content creators, a lot of actresses and actors. Like, Milwaukee is popping. Milwaukee is popping so hard right now. And I'm excited to be a part of it, I'm excited. So we are coming to the end of our segment, but before we get out of here, we got to take one more break, pay this last bill. Don't touch that down. It's Jazz Tyler, Digimeat 101.7 The Truth.
What's the word, Milwaukee? It's your favorite producer, Meech. Don't just check in. Tap in with Jazz Tyler.
Tap in. We are live and direct Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. And I am your host, Jazz Tyler. This platform is for the youth, the voices of the city. We are here to remind the world that your voice matters. Hit us up, tap in, and let us know what's on your mind, because the time is now. Tap in.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
When you get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, things get real.
And nobody understands that better than the Parkinson's Foundation. All across the country, we provide resources and support in the fight against Parkinson's, a neurological disease that affects movement.
The Parkinson's Foundation is dedicated to improving care and advancing research towards a cure.
And when you call our helpline, you'll speak to a real person who can help you find the right information. Because while living with Parkinson's can be challenging, there are things you can do to improve your quality of life. So, whether you're newly diagnosed, have been living with Parkinson's for years, or caring for a loved one,
When Parkinson's gets real, find real answers at the Parkinson's Foundation.
go to parkinson.org or call our helpline at 1-800-4PD-INFO, 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
Sleepless nights missing you. Miss my love.
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler. We are live in the American Family Insurance studio in the heart of downtown, the beautiful Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Buxton 6. Meech, what it do?
You know that.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yes,
Buxton 6.
indeed. It's going to be a great year, man, a great summer. Once again, my name is Jazz Tyler. This is my player partner, Digi Meech. You know, I've been knowing this brother for a long time. And again, shout out to Dr. Biko Baker, man, for allowing us to have this opportunity. I cannot express enough how important it is. If you are not active or engaged in any youth life, please do so. Please. The feeling that you get from knowing that you have the ability to actually change somebody's life, just not even with actions, but sometimes just your words. It's amazing. You know, I tell people all the time, I may not can give you no money, but I can give you some game to show you how to go get some money.
I tell people all the time, I'm not trying to give you no money. I'm about to give you some game.
No, for real. But this platform was created so that we can, you know, obviously give the voice of community, but mainly the youth. We want to hear from the youth. We want to work with the youth. We want to give them a platform. And even though we're adults now, I do want to, you know, just highlight the fact that our city has a way of being comfortable and content, right? And we're so afraid of change and we're so afraid of something new. So for Biko to take all of us out of our comfort zone and like not just us, but the entire city and create something that allows our generation to finally get a foot in the door is amazing. Like, I don't even think people understand what's happening right now and how the history is changing and why it needs to happen, because the torch has to be passed. Everything we're doing so that we can bring the youth who are youth now up and pass them the torch as well, right? So, Biko, you the man. You know, you the man. And shout out,
The goat of the goat.
He is. And for y'all that don't know, he's also a professor. You know, I had the honor of working for Allen Iverson for 5 years in the Iverson Classic, and he was able to, when we did the book tour, I reached out to him. I said, hey, got the book. Can we get it in the college? And he was the first one to put his book at the University of Milwaukee, man. So, again, shout out to the GOAT, to Dr. Biko Baker. He be out here making moves.
What he do professionally.
Yeah.
But he's a great soccer coach.
Yeah, he is. He's an extremely great soccer coach. Like, Biko's so great that he'll be in the middle of a soccer game coaching and be like, I got to call you back. I'm in the middle of a game. I got to call you back. But no, shout out to Biko Baker. Shout out to Ray Nitty too. So for those who were watching the segment before, Ray Nitty I was on Ray's label back in the day. I was the first female on his label. And he's the first artist to ever take me on tour. So I got a chance to see the road. I got a chance to see how it worked.
I went on tour with Ray Nitty too.
That's like Ray really that guy. And surprisingly, I knew Ray's wife before him. Miss Aziza Islam was my acting coach at the African American Children's Theater in middle school. And Ray's wife was there as well, Amanda. Shout out Amanda. And she was older than me, and I'm the oldest. I didn't have any big sisters, so it was just so much fun to hang out with her. And later on, I ended up meeting Ray. When I dropped She Jazzy, Rel did that beat for me too.
Yeah. Shout out Rel.
Yeah, shout out Rel and Business Boy, man. Much love and respect to Biz. You know, he lost his grandmother yesterday, and she was part of the reason why he is a Grammy winning producer now. So rest in peace, Granny. Shout out to Business Boy.
Shout out Biz.
But Ray, yeah, man, Ray is the one who I first met Biko through Ray. I remember I can't remember where the building was, but I went down there with him and Shakes. Had to be about 2009, around the time that Bow came out. And then later on, we've been able to do a lot of events where we tie in politics with music in the community. So again, like Biko really, like Ray said earlier, he don't get his flowers, you know, he don't. And again, this is revolutionary. What's happening now is revolutionary. And what the city has to understand is that the youth has always led the revolution. Okay? So it's important to give them this platform, to let them get their stuff off and say however it is that they feel and what they have going on, so that we can help them. We are no longer in the space of constantly beating them down. They get beat down 24/7, you know?
It's basically going to give them an insight of what actually goes on with the youth. You know, if they got so many questions, they could get on here, tap in and ask.
Absolutely.
But most of the time, we basically going to be leading the youth movement.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
that way they can get a peek at what's going on. So.
And for you guys to know, you know, we have different segments coming up. One is called Dear OG. And Dear OG is a segment that we're going to do where we're going to bridge the generational gap. So we're going to allow the youth to ask an OG for some advice. And hopefully we can start a dialogue, a conversation to where they will become more receptive to what it is, you know, that we have to say. So again, we understand to the listeners that this is something new. And that this is something that has never been presented on radio before. And we thank you guys for tuning in. Even those who this may not be their cup of tea, but they still, you know, took the time out. Like, we honestly thank you, because as we continue to do this, we need you guys to understand the importance of what it means to save these kids' lives. Because again, they are going to be the people to run this world. And at the state that they're going, if we don't step in and do something about it, I don't know about y'all, but the way they are, they're not going to be taking care of me at that. They're going to put us all in nursing homes. You know what I mean? So, listen, you better get with the program or step aside.
I mean,
we ain't getting no younger, Meech. You know, we're not getting no younger. You know, truth be told. So again, thank you guys so much. We will be back tomorrow, 4 to 7 p.m. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler and Digi Meech. We are here, 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
You did it, Jazz.
We did it. Milwaukee. Time to tap in. Let's go.
Eco gets a call. He's got a consulting contract. Ava DuVernay, I'm saying her name right? So tell the people who Ava is, by the way, like, just for the people that may not know who she is and what she's done.
Yeah, Ava DuVernay is perhaps one of the most fallen black women in Hollywood. Director, producer. Wrinkle in Time. Yeah. 13 baller black women.
Just got like what, $1 billion budget to build her new studio, her production company. Array.
Hey, tell them the story, Ray. Dang, come on, man. You make me feel bad.
Biko, like he always does, gets a bunch of creatives together that he highly believes in.
You're listening to the new 101.7 The Truth, founded in partnership with Associated Bank. Your money works here. 101.7 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
So I was shocked that they let an advocate get on the air, you know, because I was like, man, do y'all really want to know what's really going on out here in these streets? I wish I could have a whole show that y'all could listen to every phone call that come to my. I could do a whole show on my voice message.